Rob, go ahead and play this clip. I don't know who sent this to me, but I didn't want to say what she said. I just wanted to share it because she makes a very interesting point, and I want to talk about this. Go ahead and play this, Rob.
1% of the population control the world. 4% of the population are their puppets. 90% of this population is a zombie, is a sleeping zombie. And 5% are trying to wake up the zombies.
Did you get
the
it?
1% make sure that the 4% stop the 5% from waking up the 90%.
Do it again. Play it again.
This is not a war between two religions. This is not
Play it
an
again.
ethnic
Play it
war.
again. Okay, so pause it first. So again, we caught the first one, which was what? 1% runs the world. 4% are their puppets. 90% are zombies. 5% are trying to fight the 1% from controlling the world. And then she gives a second part. Play it again, Rob.
1% of the population control the world. 4% of the population are their puppets. 90% of this population is a zombie, is a sleeping zombie. And 5% are trying to wake up the zombies. The 1% make sure that the 4% stop the 5% from waking up the 90%. Wow. This is not a war between two religions. This is not an ethnic war. This is not a racist war. It's none of these. This is the oldest trick in the book. Divide and conquer. This is what war does. They create the division. They make sure you are racist. You're controlled by fear. You're breeding hate in order to divide so they can conquer. Do you know how a magician does his trick? So basically, he has a plan. And in order for him to do the trick without you noticing, he does this loud and thing here so it distracts you constantly. While this is happening, he slowly creeps up from behind to implement his magic trick and then magic. That's exactly what the politicians do. They are distracting us with, we are not human, this is a human, not this color, this race, this religion, in order for them to
What's her name? Can we give her, can you see if the name is given on who this is? Just see if to zoom out a little bit to see if there's a name to it. Okay, there's not a name. Okay, all good. Well, whoever it is, good for you. So again, what was the second part she said? Vinny, you kind of look like you like her. You're not even looking at.
She sounds like someone that I could definitely have dinner with.
Vinny's like, she said too many percentages. All I know is I like her already.
I concurred with the percentages, but basically that 4%.
But did you hear what she said? The 1% is doing everything they can to not allow the 5%
to wake up the 90%.
To wake up the 90%.
But it's true. It's very true. And the brilliant
it's not
part,
racial. It's not religion. It's not any of that.
It's
divide and conquer.
Don't wake them up because the 99%, we have the power. But they're very, very good at making us all fight on some dumb shit.
So guess
That's
what?
Brilliant.
If you're watching this, which one are you a part of? Think about it.
I'm the 5.
Are you part of the 1, the 4, the 5, the 90? Think about the. And by the way, everybody at one point was part of what camp? The 90 camp.
Of course.
Everybody was part of the 90 camp because it's so easy to buy into what these guys are saying. They got the degrees, they got the education, they look good, they look the part. They went to XYZ school. They should know what they're doing, right? They're smarter than me. I should listen to them. And all of a sudden, boom, wait a minute. Nah, pump the brakes. I'm not willing to do that. The game then changes, right, on where it goes to.
What do you think our audience, your audience, is the percentage of they have to be the 5%, I think. These people out here they're awake. We're not woke. We're awake. I think your audience, Pat, is trying to wake up the 90%. I give this audience a really high 5% factor. And I think that 5% has gotten bigger in the past couple, let's say, 7 years. That 5% is getting bigger. But I mean, don't get me wrong. There is no shortage of the sleeping zombie sheep. But I think our audience, I would say, is a big chunk of that 5% that are trying to wake everybody up.
Part of the 90s are waking up.
I agree. But I'm with you. I think because I read the comments. I know some people are like, why is Vinny so angry? I'm passionate and I'm trying to wake up the 90%, and you can't whisper to that 90. You have to slap them in the head and yell, and that's why I'm amped up at 9 o'clock in the morning on some volts. But I do think that 90% time, you nailed it, bro. They're slowly starting to be like, huh? You know what I mean? They're waking up, and I give a credit to our audience because I'm in the chat, and these cats we're awake, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, this is the whole conversation with the red pill versus the blue pill, whether it's in life, whether it's in politics, whether it's dating, whether it's intersexual dynamics, whatever it is. Do you want to be asleep at the wheel and not know anything, the blue pill, or do you want to know the difficult reality, the truth of life, which is the red pill? And obviously, I think our audience is obviously on the red pill side of things.
Yep.
No doubt. But that's the reality of things, is that once what you talk about, peeling back the curtain.
The curtain's open.
This is what's happening over here, guys.
Can't go back, Adam.
Most people are like, I don't want to even see what the hell's going on back there.
That's the
reality.
No, you nailed it, Adam, because that's the people are like, I don't even touch the curtain, because when you hear that saying, ignorance is bliss. And we know those people. Like, I can't change. And I think that's the problem. Ignorance isn't bliss. Ignorance is ignorant. It's
okay,
ignorant.
so you asked the question on what percentage, who watches, who's our audience, right? It's so interesting, Rob. I sent you a clip, if you can pull that up. I'm at Dylan's game the other day. And the coach of the opposing team, when I'm walking in, he stops me. And he says, man, I got to tell you, I never missed a podcast. And I start talking to him. I say, but he tells me something very, very interesting, Rob, if it came your way or not, for you to pull it up. Our audience is a very interesting. There's a lot of audience. Our big part of our audience is people that also disagree with us.
I know
who watch. Who are kind of like not necessarily that they hate you. They watch it to find leaks in our argument, but they're secretly closet people who can reason. And they're afraid of their ability to reason that could get them to be like, oh my, I'm agreeing with this.
It hurts.
I don't want to agree with this, but this is fucking wrong. This is right, a little bit right on what they're talking about. Not because we're always right, and not because we're, know exactly what we're talking about. It's just we're reasonable people that have the ability to see BS on all sides and the gamesmanship, and have realized that this thing went from being Republican and Democrat to went to left versus right, to went to vax versus not taking a vax, to went force to freedom, to went to establishment, anti-establishment, to eventually, look, man, I'm part of the freedom camp. They're part of the force camp. I'm not good with the force camp. I'm part of the freedom camp. This is what I'm willing to do, Rob. If the video is not showing, is it showing on your end or no? Because
I have it on my phone. I just have to send it to this computer. Give
okay, got it. If you can do that, that'd be great. Because this guy pulled me aside, and man, I just want to show this thing. I don't know why it's giving me a hard time, because maybe I'm on Wi-Fi.
Did you post it on Instagram?
Let me see. I haven't posted it yet. Let me see if this is going to work.
And this is what game, Pat? What is it?
Dylan's playing a game.
Soccer?
It's a soccer game. He's playing a soccer game, and he says this. Anyway, it's not pulling up on mine. Rob, if it's also not pulling up on yours, are you able to get it or no? Okay, let's see if he's got it, because I don't have it.
And this is just a parent.
He's a coach.
The other coach.
The coach of the opposing team.
Got you.
Pulls
Sorry,
me
Adam.
aside.
Playing for keeps.
And I said, "You're okay if I record this?" He says, "Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Go ahead and play this clip.
All right.
See if it."
Oh yeah, I saw this video. This is great.
Play it.
The Latino guy.
So I'm pulling up to Dylan's soccer game he's got here, and he pulls me aside, and Mauro says the following to me. Mauro, what did you just say?
I'm a Democrat, but I watch all PBD's podcasts.
So why do you watch it as a Democrat?
Because I like to see both points of view,
Okay.
and I respect all opinions.
Mauro, what do you disagree with me on? Tell me, like, if there's 3 areas that, like, Pat, I disagree with you in the following areas, what would those be?
That's a tough question.
I don't know.
You got to think about it?
Yeah, I do.
What business are you? What do you do?
I'm a coach. I'm a soccer coach.
Freaking awesome. So, by the way, he was the head coach of the other side who pulled his pulls. And you know what? But I'm still watching the content. So again, you can be part of the 90 who wants to go into the 5, and you want to be able to think for yourself, and you're allowing the arguments to go through the test. Mm-hmm. Is this a solid argument or not? It is very hard to go through that. But for the people that do that, you're going to get to the other side, and it's going to be something for you. You're going to say, oh, I never thought this was going to be me on this end of the spectrum. But I'm wearing a Future Looks Bright shirt, the purple and gold, the one that was a limited one that we did last week. And I'm wearing the purple and gold, what do you call it? These hats, right? I'm wearing these. I think we have like 30 of these left.
In honor of Kobe.
In honor of Kobe, yes. And I'm wearing these, and everyone's, Future Looks Bright, Future Looks Bright, Future Looks Bright. Conversations, right, that are being started. Why is that? Because people don't believe the future looks bright today. It scares the crap out of them when they see somebody say future looks bright. So this is what we're doing today. For anybody that purchases, any purchase you make today on the store with a minimum of a hat, you have to buy a hat. Obviously, if you do an order over $70, shipping is on us. But anything you order with the hat that says future looks bright, we have a lot of different colors, the blacks, the military, the white, the red, you pick and choose. You can even do these, but any orders you make today, we're going to do a raffle, okay? And on the Thursday podcast, we're going to announce 2 winners that are going to get a ticket to go to the Vault Conference. It's a $750 ticket to go to the Vault Conference on the house, because we want you to spend 3 days with us in Palm Beach at the Vault Convention Center. We'll be at the Palm Beach Convention Center to make 2025 the beginning of the greatest years of your life. And when you're around the Valuetainment audience, they're just like you. If you follow this content, you're like, I follow this content for this reason. Imagine being in a room with 10,000 other people that believe the future looks bright. So again, Rob, put a link below for anybody who goes and places the order. By the way, I even think we have a campaign going right now that if you buy a hat, you get a second one for free. And again, if you order $70 plus, we're sending the shipping and handling will be on the house. Again, 1 million people I want wearing this worldwide, confusing the hell out of everybody that thinks the future looks bleak. I want it to be future looks bright to start a conversation, because that's what this brand represents, Valuetainment, that the future looks bright. There's the link right there for you. Buy one, get one free of those hats. And once again, on Thursday, we'll announce 2 winners going to the vault with us.
Love it.
To spend 3 days with us.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.